Ask another question about how do we create some people to be more responsible. I mean, of course, creating relationships has been very good at making things happen for us. But another thing is what we do, and I usually don't go into this, but what we usually do is
getting all the secrets.
Not really all the secrets, but I have things that I usually say, but because that's a great question. So great questions get great answers. But basically what we do is we send out, and I've done this, and actually as I train, I want to train my list to to buy things, but I also train my list to click. And what I mean by that is, if you think about that, if you're going to send out an email with an offer, basically it's going to be a short email. They click a link to go to the page.
Yeah, you got to get them to open the mail,
correct.
And you got to get them to click on the link,
correct.
And you got to get them to purchase.
And here's how
or opt in.
Yeah, so if you want to get a sale, that's the same. What you said and combined with what I said makes a sale happen. So with all those elements, you got to have them go to the page. They got to see the page. They got to click on the link. They got to, it's a short email, so they're getting used to short emails, clicking the link. And then they're also knowing whenever, and the big thing is making them know every time you send an email, it's something important for them to read or things like that. Because, people don't look at names all the time, they're looking at the email, or, they're looking at the email address and the name. So that's what's getting branding in the mind of the individual. So, one, how can we brand in the mind of the individual the name and the email address? And not only that, the subject lines do really work to get people to open it up, but I will say is if the email address and the subject line, or the email address and the name is just somebody, like I don't care if, a couple people out there, if they send an email, I'm going to open up no matter what the subject line is. So, but the subject line is very important, but I will say it's also very, very important to have the branding that in there. And one thing that we do when we are setting up our sequences and our autoresponders, we keep it very close and very, very close together and immediately when they first sign up. So what I mean by that is, on the first time, as soon as somebody signs up for one of our autoresponders, what we do, and I've tested this out, which is real interesting, that immediately I give them a message. So it's maybe a welcome message or something like that. 1 hour later, we send them another message. And that 1 hour later, what we're doing is we're sending them the information that they said we said they're going to receive. If it's like the tip or something like that. Then what we do is we send out an email 1 day later after that. And then we also send them another email 2 days later after that, then 2 days later after that, then 7 days after that, and then 14 days after that. Now, only the third message and the seventh message are we even selling something. The whole other times we're giving them information. And what we're doing, and the reason we keep them so close together is because it gets branded in their mind, the email address and the